Hey Rams, my name is Mr. Vito. I am an English 2 teacher and we're here to talk about language. A couple of things you need to remember when you're in English 2 class. Always write in complete sentences. Always start them with a capital letter. Take a look at these examples. All sentences end with a punctuation mark, whether it's a period, question mark, exclamation mark. You have to put some kind of mark there at the end of your sentence. Always respond to at least 2 classmates, 2 of them. And remember, we are in school, so formal language takes the place of informal language, which is what you would use maybe at home or after class. Here's a couple examples. You got your text message. Everything's shortened. Informal language, again, things are also shortened, but it sounds different than formal language. Look at the last example. That is formal. These 3 are all saying the same thing, but there's a time and place for each of these. So again, formal language, instead of using informal, you would say, I'm going to the store. Is there anything you'd like me to pick up for you? Okay? And again, this is what you need to be using when you're posting things online, in class, or sharing out loud in class. Here's an example of a sentence, a student sentence. Okay? Looking at it, first things first, that I, that needs to be capitalized. Okay? Super simple, easy fix. And of course, at the end, we need a period. Or maybe it's an exclamation mark. Either way, it's MIA. It's missing. Okay? This next example is a good example. And it's not because it's longer than the last one. It's just because it has complete sentences. There are periods. There are punctuation. It's much better than the last one. Okay, and again, they've capitalized the letters at the start of each sentence. Simple things, but some of y'all are forgetting that this is formal and we are in school. You have to move away from informal language. A couple examples here when you're posting or maybe participating in class. I'm not going to read all of these. I'm just going to point out the ones that I think might be relevant in English 2. I disagree with Fred because whatever it is. Okay? Why do you think that? Can you explain what you mean? On this side, it says here, could you explain it? Could you explain a bit more, please? Do you agree? What are your thoughts? Can you explain how? Can you provide more information about? I disagree with, I think this means, and a couple more here at the bottom. I noticed. This is good because, alright, and these are all good sentence starters, sentence stems. A couple more examples. I agree with that because I share your point of view because I know that's your opinion, but okay, a lot of different options here. And then lastly, last one. I predict, this is different from this text I can infer, these ideas made me think of. Alright, and if you want to see these, ask your teachers and they'll probably have it available in their classes, their home pages, modules. Of course, you can use informal language, but it should be limited to when you're on social media, talking, texting, or writing to friends or family. But when you're in school, you got to use formal language. When and where should I use formal language? Here at school, when you're typing emails to get a job, essays, first meetings with adults. First impressions do count. And I do want to point out that in the end, this is important because you're in high school. You've been in school for so long, so show it. As I said before, first impressions count. So again, make the best of it. You may or may not think about what others think of you, okay, but you should. It shouldn't be the only thing that you're thinking, but you should take into consideration what others think. And you do want to make good first impressions on people. In class, out of class. And again, depending on what you're going to do after high school, maybe you're going to be a lawyer. You're going to use a lot more formal language than someone who is a plumber or an electrician. But those people still have to have formal language when they interview. Those electricians and those plumbers, okay? And then lastly, if you want to pass STAR English, you got to write in formal language. There's a written response, okay? So again, formal language is important. Please make sure you know when to switch between the two, informal and formal, okay? Y'all have a good day.